Hello, this is Dr. Puzzler, and today I'm going to be showing you a really great sort of hidden feature of Adventure Creator that should really help you speed up your workflow when creating action lists. So just before we start with that, I just want to do a little bit of buzz marketing to tell you about my new game that I'm currently working on, The Great Deer. This is a bit of a modern style point-and-click adventure game, similar to the Rescue Lake games or The Room, if you've ever played any of those. I'm working on it for about 4 to 6 months now, and it's going to be coming out within the next couple of months during spring. And it means a whole lot to me. If you could smash the wishlist button on Steam right now, you'll get notified when the game releases. And yeah, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's get right into it. So I'm sure you know already that there is a feature in Adventure Creator where basically you can set a default action that will come up whenever you create a new action, right? The default setting for that is engine wait, as you can see here. So whenever you create a new action, it does that. And of course, you can just change that in the actions editor by pushing the cog icon and pressing make default. And that's all great, but there is another step to this, and this came out fairly recently. It came out in September of 2021, so it's been about 6 months or so. You will need Adventure Creator 1.74 for this trick to work, just so you know. But basically what this feature is you can set the default action for specific categories. So when you select a category on an action, it will default to the whatever action is first alphabetically, right? So for example, what I have here is we have the character. That'll default to animate because that is the first alphabetically. It starts with A. But maybe you don't use animate a whole ton. Maybe you do hold object or move along path or whatever, right? You use that setting the whole time. And it's fairly tedious and just takes time to change it to whatever one you want to use. Every single time you select the character category, or really with whatever category, whether it's object or hotspot or whatever. So what we can do is in the actions pane within the AC game editor, if we go to whatever category, I'll just use this character example. We'll go to character and say we use move to point a whole lot. We can push the cog icon and there's a setting called make default in category. If you click that, this will change it to be the category default. So if we create a new action, we'll see that it still defaults to engine wait as the default action. But now, if we select the character category, we can see it defaults to move to point. And you can do this with every category. So for example, I use object visibility a lot. So whenever I click object, it defaults to visibility, where normally it defaults to add or remove. And same with like hotspot, I've got it set to this, and so on and so forth, right? Super easy, just cog icon, make default in category. It's a little bit hidden, not super prominently featured, but it's super useful, and I think it'll help you a whole ton with your workflow in Adventure Creator. It definitely has helped me a whole ton. Also, just reminder, you will need Adventure Creator version 1.74 or higher to run this. If you have a lower version, you can simply update Adventure Creator. It's not in the package manager. You can update Adventure Creator, right? Right now I have higher than 1.74.4, but I need a new one. Otherwise, you just push update. It'll download the updates, and then you just push import, and then it'll give you all this stuff, all this new stuff, files that aren't in there, and you just push import. You can see like all the files. You can take out stuff you don't want. I usually take out the demos because I don't need the demos in my projects. Otherwise, you just put import. Make sure though, when you do that, to back up your project, just in case something bad happens. You don't want to lose all your work because of a bad import. But otherwise, that is all for today. Thank you for watching.